sharing stories with you. Most of them are about my failures. And initially in my life, I was very accustomed to this, so I didn't even realize that I'm failing so well. But my parents always knew. So, in fact, first year in college, you might have the electronics subject. How many of you have had electronics in your first year? Quite a few, yeah. So I failed that subject, and I was a little, upset. So I went back to my parents and I say that the result is not very good. So then I said, I have 1 KT. So that's it, just one. His expectation was that this guy is going to fail probably nearly everything. But what that did is it motivated me a lot to start thinking about successes, like to start preparing well next time. That's, I think, the time that I started picking up responsibilities. So I picked up responsibilities, I picked up a project. It was a pretty long project. So this was for 2 years. And in 4 years in your engineering, you're spending 2 years in one project. It's a pretty big deal. After working on this with 2 teammates, we did really well. And we go to, have you heard of TGMC, IBM? It's a national level project. We go there and the evaluators look at our project. They think for a while and they say that, "Kahan se chhapa hai?" So that turned out to be a failure, which shouldn't have been a failure. But the learning from that was so immense that when sitting for placements, that worked out. And even inside the job, I learned so many things in that project for those 2 years. We used to wake up at 7 and work till 9 in the night. Same project. And that was one stepping stone. That's one thing I learned from failure. The third one is interesting. This is when I have started my YouTube channel and I started gaining some recognition, but money wouldn't come. So there was this first customer of mine. He says that my sister needs to learn about dynamic programming. And can you make a set of videos? I'll pay you for it. So I said, sure, $200. I didn't expect that he's going to send $200, which is a huge amount. Then he said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. So I made the videos. I learned about dynamic programming. I didn't know about it in college. I mean, I wasn't comfortable with it. So I learned it well, made the videos, edited everything. Then I posted it to him. He sent me the 200. And then he says, Gaurav, can you make 10 more? 10 more videos. So I said, sure, pay me 100 more. So then he said, yeah, sure. So now I'm getting greedy and everything, but I have some cash with me. I sent him the 10 videos. He says that, if I do a bulk transfer, I'll save some money. So can you return me the 200 and I'll give you 300. I gave him the 200. Guess what happened? So I got duped. But the strange thing is, in college, even after college, 1 year, right, I didn't know about dynamic programming. Because of this guy, I learned it. And then I put it up on the channel and it turned out to be pretty well. Like, a lot of people were looking for dynamic programming content. And the reason was this guy. Another interesting thing, I didn't get duped here, is that I had a student of mine who was preparing for their interviews. So he had 10 years of experience and he was paying me pretty well. In the end, we both applied for Uber. He didn't get through, I got through his free content. So, yeah. So some people's failures become your successes, and sometimes your failures become your successes. The fourth one is a little more serious in the sense, this is after a near-death incident that I had. This was in, I don't know if you know, Chadar is a place in Leh. The whole river is frozen, it's so cold. And what happened is I had an argument with my friends. My personality is really nice, so they asked me to get out. And of course my sense of direction is also even better, so I got lost. Then I'm in this middle of the frozen river place. It's going to be night. Today is the last day, most likely. There's no network or tent with me. So over there I decided that if I survive, I'll do 2 things much more. One is I'll meet my parents more, and the second thing is I'll start working on this small YouTube channel that I have, which has like 200, 300 people, but I want to give back. I was smart, I got in, and I want to give back. So when I came out of that near-death situation, I thought, okay, I'm going to go to every company and ask them for help. I want to do videos on computer programming and give back. So all the companies are like, are you in this for the money? Do you really have that much experience? And are you going to do this long term? So I realized that instead of doing things, I was actually getting stuck in the bureaucracy. Like I was going on answering questions more than making videos. So this failure, so to speak, like failure to collaborate, is the reason why I was able to make my own brand. And also I was able to make my own set of videos, because of which my learning like shot through the roof. And surprisingly, there were channels that they had around 5,000 to 6,000 subscribers. I overtook them in 6 months. It kind of shows that if you're really determined, then the only thing which is stopping you are hurdles placed by yourself. You know, in a company, you have to answer to 6 people. To yourself, you have to only answer to yourself. Like you take a camera, you go and you shoot immediately. So a small piece of advice here: if you really are passionate about something, right, and you want to do something in that space, do it yourself. Like Kalpana was also saying, you know, if you do it yourself, you make a much bigger impact than asking for help. Okay, I think I'm running through the stories very quickly because this is the final story. After this, I'll start singing so that you guys are entertained, of course. The final story is just a week back. I had gone to my own college. So, in my college, getting a placement is a big deal. Unlike you IITians, you know, big shots. We actually fight for placements. We have to ask companies to come, and there's lots of stuff which happens. So Morgan Stanley is the biggest placement you can get. Like the cash is unbelievable, bro. People say that if I get Morgan Stanley, I'm going to slit my wrist immediately because it's a big deal. And I got that. So most people were saying that, okay, we really want to hear you talk. So please come over to our college. And I went there around 45 minutes late. Because of that, I was shivering, like I am now. And the main reason is, I think I realized that I have some stage fright. I get a little scared. And I rambled for about 45 minutes about some coding contests and the problems that I've solved and why you should do computer programming, क्योंकि placement मिलेगा. But nobody was convinced, क्योंकि कुछ भी नहीं समझा. So from that, what I learned is, take your time, calm down, remember all the hardships you have gone through, and the reason you're there. You're not there for, you know, for yourself. You're there to help out your juniors, and that will help you calm down a lot. These are the 5 stories I had, and I think we can open up the floor for questions.